What's up, everybody? This is Trinity Gamer 333 here today to bring you another video in the Xenoverse 3 series videos. And for those of you that don't know, this is a series of videos in which I talk about different ideas and implementations that they can add into the next installment in the Xenoverse franchise. And what I really like to call this game is the Dragon Ball game to end all Dragon Ball games. And today we will be talking about Part 3, Character Creations, Part 5, the Majins. And without further ado, let's begin. So the overall view of the Majins is I really think that this race needs to be substantially changed. And this is a really difficult race to begin with because there's a lot of different directions you can go, but in that same context, you have to keep it limited to a certain amount, otherwise it could go pretty far out there, and I don't know, this is just kind of a hard race, and I think that we need to grant new transformations and abilities. This race should be very focused on different variables between speed, key attack power, physical attack power, and defense, and make it interchangeable depending on how you play. So this is a race really that can beat any of those things, whereas Saiyans are more balanced in physical attack and key attack power, and Frieza's race is more focused on key attack power and speed, and the Namekians are more focused on healing, and humans are more focused on physical attack power. I think that the Majins should be really interchangeable in that kind of context. And then they should, one of their special abilities is they should be able to regenerate after they get knocked out, if they are with a team, not on their own. If they're with a team. And their special skill should be absorption, and I'll talk more about that in the special skills video later on. So let's talk about the unique character creation options. So I think you should be able to pick a girl or boy Majins, but I also think you should be able to pick between whether you're a skinny or a fat version of the Majin. You know, with the skinny version of the Majin sort of looking like the Majin Buu right before the Universal Survival arc, or excuse me, right before the tournament, I should say. When he was training a lot and he got pretty slim and fit. And then the same skinny girl option as before. Then the fat Majin Buu, you should have that option. Then maybe a fat version of the Majin girl. I don't know. Just different ideas, or I should say bigger sized Majin. Just kind of make it so it's more balanced and it's not just one or the other. Because I think that a lot of people would want to play as the skinny form of Buu as well. So change all skin color transformations match the skin color, kind of like Purification did. Change the hair/head styles as well. Now let's talk about special transformations. This is where it gets a little more difficult. So the Purification should be the same as Xenoverse 2, where you turn into the Kid Buu form of the Majin. Okay. Now let's talk about the Super Majin. This should be a Majin transformation in which the Majin turns into a Super Buu-like character, and it's the same as the Frieza final form, which they can choose what their super form looks like. All stats will increase by 15%, but their defense will decrease by 5%. Now, this also depends on a lot of other things, whether you choose the bigger version of the Majin to start with, or the skinnier version, because if you pick the bigger Majin for the boy, you'll have more defense, but if you pick skinnier one, you'll have more speed. So whatever one you should pick, whatever form you pick, that's what should decrease in this form. But your attack increases by 20%. Now let's talk about their divine transformation. God absorption is what I call it. So this transformation is if a Majin absorbed a godlike character and gave themselves God Ki. This would be the same as the Super Majin form with a different aura and the qualities of God they absorbed. So they could choose one of the transformations that they want from 3 different God characters. And they can go into the Super Majin form, then the God absorption form, depending on their ki. So the first absorption form would be the Sub Transformation 1, the Defensive God form. So the Defensive God, all stats increase by 30%, but the defense increases by 33%. It'll be a bulkier and heavier looking form like the tank form, like regular Majin Buu, but still has a Super Buu-like appearance kind of. And I don't know, this is kind of really hard to work around, so I don't know how you would really do that necessarily. Maybe something similar to, who am I trying to think of? Maybe like, I don't know, I can't really think. This would be kind of a hard one to do. This is a tough subject for me. The second transformation would be an attack god stat. And all stats will increase by 30%. The attack will increase by 33%. This is a buffer, more powerful looking form, like max power for the humans, like the buffed out Super Buu, like when he absorbed the South Supreme Kai, I believe it was, and he became really bulked out and juiced up pretty much. That's what this form would kind of look like the bottom picture. Then the last transformation would be the Speed God form, and all stats increase by 30%, and speed increases by 33%. This is a slimmer and quicker looking form, like the Super Saiyan God forms for Saiyans. Now, this is where I also get a little bit troubled, because I don't know if I should make this like the Buu from right before the Universal Survival Tournament, in which he got skinnier, and that's what it should look like, or if that should just be a one that you can pick right out of the bat. But I don't know what this form would look like then, because I feel like it'd be very similar. So I don't know. This is something I believe that the developers would really have to work with. But either way, this would be their divine form, and it would up their qualities. And you can, I think this race should be able to pick from one of those three options. But I did lower the percentages just a smidge bit, because they get all these different options, but they should be able to choose what they want to work with every time, and what they would like to, so they can pick who they would want to absorb and be a part of their story. So I'm sorry that this was a little bit of more of a discussion video than anything else. It wasn't necessarily an idea video, because I'm still stuck on a lot of the different aspects of the Majins, because they're a difficult race really to try and balance in the game. But I think this is kind of a good start with what I've provided for you guys. It'd be kind of like a good start for them, and there could, you could do it. I'm sure the developers would probably end up doing it a completely different way, but it'd be something that just would add a little bit more uniqueness to the Majins, because they are all about absorption and absorbing different things. You had Buu tanks, and you had Buhan, and you had Super Buu after Evil Buu absorbed Majin Buu, and they're all about absorption. So I think that would be kind of where their divine transformation should go, is like they absorbed a godlike character and got their power. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe to me at TrinityGamer333 and leave a like and a comment. And the next video will be part 3, character creation, sub part 6, and I think that you guys will really enjoy this next one, so make sure to check it out. And until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye.